Mr. Case.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise regrettably in opposition to this bill, but I start with a glaring reality that perhaps we both agree on, and that is that we must in fact increase our overall defense budget. We must increase our overall defense budget. This is a dangerous, uncertain world, and it will clearly get more dangerous and uncertain. It's not going to go backwards or stabilize where it is today in and of itself. We face the generational challenge of the People's Republic of China, and they're not sitting over there having these debates. They are proceeding as fast and as expeditiously and as broadly as they can. We face the harsh authoritarian reality of Russia, Iran, North Korea, and others. We face terrorism and other asymmetrical threats everywhere. And hope and aspiration and posturing are not a plan, are not a strategy. Only a strong national defense, coordinated and delivered over time, will achieve the foundational necessity of all else. And a strong national defense is not just advanced and too often expensive and over-budget weapons systems. It is complexity and interoperability over time across all domains: space, air, land, sea, cyber, intel, and on. It is certainly personnel and facilities. It is campaigning and training and interaction with partners and allies and friends. And yes, it is quasi-soft and soft power, much of which is beyond this particular bill. We're talking about all manner of interaction with our partners and allies around the world. I'm often reminded of an experience I had in a very small but incredibly key nation where a civic engagement team of 6 service members had that entire population supporting our country because they built a basketball court and played basketball with folks in that country. Talk about the cost benefit, and any military leader will tell you that. And yes, it is everything beyond this bill. It is development assistance, it is trade, it is on and on. It is a coordinated strategy across a number of bills that add up to a strong national defense. We cannot silo ourselves in this bill and call it national defense. And let's be clear, we can and should increase our overall defense budget without risking our economy and without shortchanging our non-defense needs. This is a false choice that is presented, and we can do that if we are honest and efficient in how we handle this particular bill and allocate the responsibility fairly across our society. According to the Congressional Budget Office, we currently spend 2.9% of our gross domestic product on defense. Contrast that with 3.3% in 23 and 3.4% in 24. At a time when we're asking many countries around the world, and many countries are in fact spending more than that on their GDP, we can and should do more. And we can and should expect our partners and allies and friends to meet their own obligations. That is right for us, to expect them to shoulder the responsibility of our mutual defense. But we must lead by example, and we must cover that period when we are asking them to ramp up to a much higher level than they have. Let's not talk about whether they should or shouldn't have done something in the past. They're going in the right direction, but we cannot leave this gap and cut our national defense at the same time as they are ramping up. Regrettably, this bill, in combination with other related bills in other subcommittees, does not offer our best way forward. First, reconciliation. This is a dishonest bill. This bill does not increase our national defense. It is the Biden budget. And okay, fine, you can say that there's $150 billion more in reconciliation. That bill hasn't passed. Why isn't that money in this bill? Let's be honest about what it's going to take for national defense over time, year by year. Second, there's a glaring overfocus in weapons systems. Third, there's a lack of coordination with other bills. This does not add up to a cohesive defense strategy on other areas. Fourth, there are glaring deficiencies. My colleague spoke compellingly on what amounts to the desertion of Ukraine, and we'll have more to discuss on that. It fails to invest in space research and development. There's no cohesive strategy for the Indo-Pacific. In sum, this bill does offer a foundation, at least, for an honest, full, and coordinated defense strategy. But until we get there, I regrettably cannot support it. Thank you.
Thank the gentleman.